Alright guys, we have an update video, a $15,000 lawsuit settlement, and a bad deputy who no longer works for the county.
Like I said, he stopped me. Let's see what for.
Morning, sir.
How you doing, man?
You got your license, registration, insurance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any weapons in the car?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I get it from my glove box?
Yeah, please.
Can I ask you why you stopped me?
So you can't have anything hanging from your rearview mirror, okay?
Really?
Yeah, it obstructs the driver's view. Basically, it changes your perception and it can cause an accident. So they don't want anybody having anything hanging from there. So if you have like a GPS or something, it actually needs to be in the lower 5 inches, either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the windshield.
So you stopped me for my car air freshener?
Yes, sir.
Alright folks, this is Deputy Eli Max. Max was recommended for termination in January 2020 in connection to untruthfulness issues. His final day with the sheriff's office was February 19th, 2020, but in a few months, Max and the county came to a negotiated resolution in which allegations of untruthfulness were removed from the record of why his employment ended. I'm guessing, folks, they did that so that he can get employment somewhere else. If you look at the Facebook, and I'll leave the link in the description, it shows his photo, and you guys gotta read the comments. Keep watching.
Okay, so I actually sell cars for a living, and I've been here for 8 months. I work with cops. I work with everybody.
Do you sell cars with window tint?
Nah, I sell cars with everything. I sell cars at Anderson Chrysler, so window tint.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you sell cars that have window tint?
Yes.
Okay, so window tint on the driver window and the passenger window. And I don't think I've ever seen you guys sell it on the windshield.
Yeah.
But I've seen you guys sell dark tint.
We get dark
It's illegal.
tint. So,
You can sell it.
yeah.
It doesn't mean it's in compliance with all vehicle and traffic laws.
So did you stop me for the front tint, or did you stop me for this?
No. The front's not tinted, is it?
Yeah, it got the visor.
Oh, just the visor. So that's legal. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying is that you sell cars all the time that have window tint that's darker than it should be. Have you ever sold a lifted truck?
Yes.
Did it have mud flaps on it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got my boss number. I could call him right now because I've been here for 8 months. I've never got stopped for anything like that.
Okay. Well, it is against the law, but basically, just because you guys sell it doesn't mean that it's.
And we give them these for when they get a car. So is that against the law too?
It's not the tree that's illegal. It's where you have it hung. So for instance, if you have it hung on your shifter knob, it's out of your view. Still makes the car smell nice. See what I'm saying? You got your license, registration, insurance, please?
Yes, sir. My license is behind my phone.
Anything you know about in the car, man?
No. I'm legit, man. That's why I'm like, I never get stopped. I got my cards in there.
Okay. Any marijuana in the car?
Nope.
Okay. You smoke marijuana?
No. Is there a reason for all these questions?
So you asked me about my laws, and while I'm standing here and you're doing all this, I ask my normal questions. Okay?
I've never got asked questions about this because of a tree stop.
I ask everybody for every single time I stop them.
Cool. Yeah. I'm gonna have this.
It's your car?
Yes.
Okay. 930 of 19, 18. It's a nice car. Hold on to that for me. That's current. And are you still living at 35? Okay. Mr. Cobra, when's the last time you did smoke marijuana?
I never smoked.
Never?
I just said that.
Okay. All right. Hang out here for a sec, okay?
So you obviously can see this is what we do. I said I never smoked. Said I don't smoke, don't got anything in the car. I'm showing y'all that he was following me for 20 minutes. This is crazy. I'm not gonna tell him I'm videotaping either. I'ma just show the courts, show anybody.
Cobra, you said there's no weapons in the car?
Nope.
Okay, do me a favor, relax, man. You're still 10 and 2.
Well, because this is what we learn from where I'm from. This is what we do.
This is what you learned from who? I'm sorry?
Where I'm from.
Okay. May I ask where you're from?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
So this is what we do. So if you don't mind, this is where I'm relaxed at.
Okay. Can I have you hop out? I just have a couple more questions for you, and I want to speak to you man to man, so that way you're not doing this and I'm leaned over. Mr. Colbert, you said there's no weapons in the car?
Nope.
Okay, do me a favor, relax, man. You're still at 10 and 2.
Well, because this is what we learned from where I'm from. This is what we do.
This is what you learned from who, I'm sorry?
Where I'm from.
Okay. May I ask where you're from?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
So this is what we do. So if you don't mind, this is relaxing.
Okay. Can I have you hop out? I just have a couple more questions for you, and I want to speak to you man to man, so that way you're not doing this and I'm leaned over. Yeah, dude. Like, try to relax a little bit, man.
Because it's like I got stopped for my tree.
You have 2 cell phones?
Yeah.
Work phone?
I'm a businessman.
Yeah, gotta sell them cars, huh? May I ask where you're headed to?
Going to Parker to see my dad.
Okay.
He works for Crit.
What's your dad do for credit?
Can I ask why you asked me all of this?
Okay, so, Mr. Colbert, I don't think you're being completely honest with me.
Okay.
I've been doing this for several years now.
Okay.
You seem kind of nervous, and you've been shaking a little bit, and I don't know if it's just because you have a bad experience with cops, but your nervousness and other things I'm seeing shows me either signs of deception or something else is going on.
My dad works under King Judge. His name is Phil Colbert.
Okay.
He works Director Executive for Residential Center.
Okay.
So all of this, man, I'm gonna talk to the King Judge. I'm gonna talk to Tiffany over there. Are you with Parker or are you with Havasu?
I'm with La Paz County Sheriff's.
Okay, cool. And I'll be talking to them too, man. Cause this is just,
Okay.
I just think it's ridiculous how you make me do all of this. What?
Dude, I do this on every traffic stop.
You take everybody out on every traffic?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Because talking to people, one, I can talk to you and you and I can have a conversation. Okay. It's more respectful that way. And two, you'd be surprised how many people come out of the car and basically tell me what's going on and man up and tell me the full story.
That is the full story.
Okay. So there's no marijuana, anything like that in the car you know about? No cocaine?
No.
No heroin?
No.
Okay. Did you have any objection to me searching your car, man?
Yes.
Okay.
Because why?
We ask these questions for everybody, and especially because I'll tell you right now, man, I see your arm is kind of shaking when you're handing me your stuff. So that nervousness is either deception or, like I said, just you have a history of.
Can you see why, with all the black people what we going through? Do you see why? Do you see why I gotta go through right now? You obviously see I'm legit. You can call my boss over at Havasu. So why are you still?
So when I was behind you,
are you still nervous?
I have no idea the color of your skin.
Okay.
I saw
something
that
seen
struck
it when
me.
I passed you, or did you come up?
I was behind you.
And I had my window down, so you probably see me in my mirror.
I didn't. Your mirrors are not the right angle for me to see in your window.
Okay.
Okay.
Technological, you can see somebody. They got it towards you. You can see them looking at you. But okay.
It's a small window, and I'm about 2 car lengths behind you. Okay. This has absolutely nothing to do with race or color of skin or gender or anything like that. Cool. This is me doing my job. I ask this question on every single traffic stop I do. And you're, like I said, you're showing me signs of deception, and I'd rather you just be upfront with me, man. If you got a joint, I don't care.
I don't smoke.
Okay.
I graduated college, man. I ain't do all of this to just get.
Where'd you go to college at?
GCU. I ran track, so look me
Grand
up.
Canyon?
You can look me up online. I ran track.
Okay.
So all of this
Okay.
is nonsense.
Okay. You mind doing some field sobriety tests? Make sure you're okay to drive, man?
Are you serious,
Yeah.
man? This is crazy. Wow. What's the fields to y'all read the test?
Basically just, they're called divided attention tests.
Can I record this?
You can absolutely record, and it is being recorded as well.
Cool, man.
So the reason I want to put you through sobriety tests is your eyes kind of look a little bit glossy, and some people just have that glossiness. Okay, that's why we do these tests to determine.
What's your name, man?
Sorry, Emax. It's just where I put my hand. So I'm recording, man. I'm trying to be cool with you, but I don't think you're being completely honest with me.
Okay. So when this all goes through and you see I'm good and you see that I don't got nothing and you see that I'm legit, what happens? I just go about my day. You just wasted 30 minutes of my time, and you just. So I'm a definitely. Who's your sheriff? Who's on top of you? So I can write this down.
You can request it through my agency, but it's going to be Sheriff Risen's the sheriff.
Cool, man.
So do you mind doing some field sobriety tests, man? Make sure you're okay to drive real quick. Honestly, you say 30 minutes. It'll take me 5.
Man, I don't see what's the point.
Because I don't think you're being completely honest with me.
Okay.
whether you smoked a few days ago or...
I didn't smoke. I don't smoke.
Nothing at all?
I don't smoke.
Okay. No other illegal drugs?
Of course we in a... No.
Okay. Do you have a medical marijuana card?
No.
Okay.
I don't need it because I don't smoke.
Okay.
Of course we in a place where I don't got no connection. Man, I don't honestly see the point. Because I got my business cards, you can call my boss, you can legit call my dad. Like, what's the point? If you honestly really want to do that, like, I feel like this is against my rights, honestly.
So it's your right to refuse. Yes. Okay, Mr. Colbert, I'm trying to be upfront with you. Okay, I don't care about your race, your gender, your anything, man. No offense.
You don't care about my...
I'm here enforcing laws.
Okay.
Okay. And like I said, when you're handing me your documents, what I saw was nervousness. Okay. Like I said, is that from Philadelphia, just kind of where you were raised, and maybe you're just you just don't like cops to begin with, or is it deceptive? So, dude, I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to talk to you in a man-to-man aspect, and I'm not trying to treat you any differently than anybody else I've ever come across.
Okay, why don't you check my stuff, see that I'm legit, and then I go on my way. That's the regular thing.
Okay.
This is crazy.
All right, hang out here for a sec, okay, man?
Yeah.
Remember this guy? He got pulled over by an Arizona deputy for his little air freshener hanging from his rearview mirror.
Then was pulled out of the car and questioned repeatedly about whether he was on drugs. Turns out that's something the deputy does often.
Tonight, more people coming forward to ABC 15 investigator Dave Biscubing, raising serious concerns about unconstitutional policing.
8-2. Can you see if we have a canine in the area?
Phil Colbert recorded his mid-September traffic stop on his cell phone.
You got your license, registration, insurance?
Yes, and sir. The video got a lot of attention. Not just because of the little tree, but the repeated, persistent questioning by La Paz County Sheriff Deputy Eli Max.
You smoke marijuana?
No.
And he asks again and again and again.
Mr. Colbert, when's the last time you did smoke marijuana?
I never smoked.
Never?
I just said that.
Larry and Janet Briggs saw our story and felt compelled to speak out.
So when you guys watched it, was it like seeing a replay of what happened to you?
Yes, except for a little bit more intense and longer.
So how long did this whole stop, you think, take? Like just shy of an hour?
Probably just shy of an hour.
Seemed like forever.
Just a couple of weeks before Phil's stop, the Briggs admit they rolled a stop sign on Labor Day weekend. And to make their long story about a long stop very short.
So he pulls you over, he runs your information, you guys are clean. He pulls you out of the car, says he wants to do field sobriety, he does the eye test, you're fine. You do the walking test, all of that, you pass. He does the breathalyzer, you blow zeros, you pass.
But these two say that wasn't good enough for Deputy Max, who accused Larry of being on drugs because he seemed nervous.
He goes, hey, why don't you just admit to it? And I may be repeating myself, but I said, admit to what? He goes, it's not a big deal, if you smoke a little bit of weed.
That is a familiar line.
Like I said, you're showing me signs of deception, and I'd rather you just be upfront with me, man. If you got a joint, I don't smoke. Okay.
Phil didn't buy it, and neither did Larry and Janet.
If I admit to doing that sort of thing, you're going to arrest me and you're going to take me to jail. So he says, okay, well, we're going to bring the dog out. I go, okay, and he goes, and I guarantee we're going to find drugs in your car.
Oh, yeah.
Deputy Max did not bring the dog to Phil's stop.
Can you see if we have a canine in the area?
One just wasn't available. But as for Larry and Janet, they say he did, and they had to wait 20 minutes for the dog to arrive.
Lets the dog off the leash. The dog does a couple laps around the truck, comes walking back to the handler. They looked at each other, and that was it. The guy got in his car and split. So I looked at him and he goes, I still believe you're under the influence of something.
During the stop, they say Deputy Max also accused Janet.
He was accusing me of having dry mouth and smoking pot. And I mean, it was just insane.
How many times do you think he asked you about the marijuana?
Over 10 times.
I ask everybody for every single time I stop them. Dude, I do this on every traffic stop.
You take everybody out on every traffic
Yes, sir. This is me doing my job. I ask this question on every single traffic stop I do, and I'm not trying to treat you any differently than anybody else I've ever come across.
So just so you know, I smoked marijuana like 10 times. I told him what I do. I told him I went to school. So he keep asking me if I smoke. I don't smoke. So just so you know. Alright, just letting y'all know. Alright, I sent you the video.
you get service?
Huh?
You got service?
I got 2 phones. Thank God.
One works, one doesn't, right?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Colbert, I don't think you're being 100% honest with me, man. But at this point, you're I'm gonna get you out of here, okay?
Thanks.
I'd rather in the future, I'm trying to give you a positive outlook on law enforcement, man. Maybe Philly treated you like shit. Okay, I'm from New York. Okay, look, man, I get different sides of the country, but I don't care who you are, man. I don't care the color of your skin, and I don't care the gender. I don't care anything about you. I'm doing my job, man. Okay, and I've been trying to treat you with respect, so it has absolutely nothing to do with anything else. You haven't been an asshole to me, but you just obviously don't like law enforcement. So I'm trying to get you on a positive outlook. Obviously, this wastes 20 minutes of your time. I am going to give you a warning today, okay? But maybe in the future, just like I said, man, if you got a joint, we're not looking for a joint. Okay. So, drive safe, all right?
Yeah.
All right, y'all, there it go. So that's the video, and that just proves Eli Max's true intentions. That just show Bill Rising is just letting this type of activity happen in the sheriff's department. And for you to hire somebody that's already been fired from 2 departments, not 1, but 2 departments, that just says something about you as a leader and the whole sheriff's department. Because I know he was fired here for doing that same type of activity, and you know, I know he was fired in Parker. According to Parker residents, it's because he crashed the department's vehicle or something like that. I don't know how truthful the second one is, but we still trying to figure that out. But it also just proves how Parker is a hotspot. So because it's close to California, Phoenix, and Vegas, they just harassing good, innocent people. We ain't gonna let that happen. So another big shout out to Dave, Martin, and Ben. Those are my lawyers, and Dave Biscobing from ABC. Thank you, ABC. Just like, share, comment, and we not gonna let this die. So I appreciate y'all, genuinely. Like, I couldn't do this if it wasn't for y'all. So we doing it for more than me. So let's keep going. All right, y'all. I'll be back with more information when I get it. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right.
That deputy was Eli Max, and that traffic stop both disturbing and unconstitutional.
So ABC 15 investigator Dave Biscobing decided to dig a little deeper, and tonight he found this deputy has done the same thing over and over again.
Once Deputy Eli Max's actions finally hit the news, he was fired. But before he was, we obtained video showing him make roadside bets, bad arrests, threats, even training other officers. It's July 26, 2019. Deputy Eli Max and his trainee stop this car for speeding. The driver headed to Lake Havasu from California.
You got your license, registration, proof of insurance? You don't have any weapons in here, do you? Okay.
Yes, that's Deputy Max whispering to ask about marijuana less than 30 seconds into the stop. Listen again.
You guys have any marijuana in the car or anything like that? Nothing at all? Even just a little bit of personal amount? Okay.
And then, as they run the driver's info.
How much weed do you think is in that car?
I don't think there's in there. You think there is?
I think there is.
I don't think there is, but you want to try to get it and I'll watch you work? I'm interested. I don't think there is. So if you think there is and you think you can get some, show me the way, man.
Now listen to Max's reasoning.
He's 28 years old, coming from California, a state that is completely legal. They're heading to Havasu, which is not only a party town, but it's a vacation weekend. The age range for people who consume marijuana are between the ages of 12 and 75 years old.
Then they make a bet.
You go ahead. I'll write this, and if you get something, dude, I'll buy you something.
I'll be back.
Max searches the car. The body camera video abruptly shuts off. There's no more. But check online records of the stop. No drug possession charges, just a speeding ticket. Deputy Eli Max worked for the La Paz County Sheriff's Office for about 3 years, patrolling the rural highways. He was fired partially because of the air freshener stop of Philip Colbert on September 19, 2019. The video will sound familiar.
Okay, any marijuana in the car? You smoke marijuana? When's the last time you did smoke marijuana?
2 days later, September 21st, records show Max stopped a mother, repeatedly accused her of driving drunk, although she wasn't, and then told her if she kept drinking, quote, her kids would be, well, you see. Here's a stop from September 4th, 2019. Max, again with the trainee, Deputy Jordan Lang. The truck stopped for allegedly rolling a stop sign. You can probably guess what's about to happen.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
Okay. How about, when was the last time you smoked marijuana?
Not at all.
Okay. I just asked because your eyes are kind of like red and glossy.
When trainee Lang goes back to talk to Max inside the patrol car, he tells Max that the driver is shaky. The driver claimed it was because he's tired and nervous.
Tiredness does not equal muscle twitching.
Yeah.
Or nervousness. Okay, have fun. See you later.
Quote, have fun.
Begin the test.
They do field sobriety, find no drugs, yet decide the driver is under the influence, despite his denials.
I guarantee if you put cuffs on this guy and say you're under arrest for DUI, he's going to be like, yeah, I smoked a few hours ago. And if he wants to stick to his guns, then he's showing signs and symptoms, then you can make a good faith arrest.
All right.
Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, we have quite a lot.
So they arrest him, and it turns out the deputies do have quite a lot of nothing. Here's the driver's blood test results.
We are, if we were to run a blood test on you, what's going to come back?
No drugs, just maybe too little food.
Okay.
Probably need some more of that.
Okay.
I kind of have problems with eating sometimes.
I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.
We asked the La Paz County Sheriff's Office about whether oversight was an issue. Officials sent us the following response, quote, we do our best to ensure the citizens are receiving fair and balanced service from our officers. We have nearly 5,000 square miles to cover. However, there are times that our staff can go without direct supervision for quite some time. To watch our original investigation into Deputy Max, just go to our website at abc15.com/investigators.
All right, guys, here's the final update and my final thoughts. Alfonso got a $15,000 settlement. That money comes from the taxpayers, not the police officer. The constituents pay for that, just like all lawsuits against the police. Shouldn't there be an alternative way to make these officers pay for their mistakes so that they don't repeat it? And so that other officers don't want to do the same thing? Do police officers have too much of an umbrella that protects them from being personally accountable for violating people's rights? And this guy was training other officers to do the same thing? Should those other officers be untrained? And isn't this negligence on behalf of his superiors? Obviously, we know the answers. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you appreciate this update. The man wins a lawsuit, and that deputy no longer works for the sheriff's department. And let's not forget that the union is willing to put him back out in the streets.
We've learned Colbert just received a $15,000 settlement, and the Briggs are planning to file a lawsuit in the coming weeks.
As for Deputy Max, the sheriff's office says they're reviewing an internal investigation and have no further comment.